Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports. We're here at Bishop Mays High School, and we have two of the assistant coaches with us. We're here at their practice. Who do we have here?
Joe Kobilarcsik.
Hey, Coach, tell our audience a little bit about yourself, how long you've been coaching, not just here, just give them a little something about yourself.
I've been coaching here for 10 years. Prior to that, I coached CYO football for maybe 10 more, 12 more years. And, you learn a lot being a coach as far as developing kids, and that's what we try to do. We just develop them for the next level.
Now let's go into your tenure here. Talk about your first year all the way to your 10th year here. Run it down.
First year I wasn't officially on the staff, but Coach Mulvaney was kind enough to ask me to come help, and we ended up having a pretty decent season. The varsity won their first state championship that year. And,
what year was that?
That was in 2009.
All right.
And ever since then, we've been, just trying to develop these kids and watching them.
What position do you coach?
I coach defense.
Defense, the line, or what?
Specifically, the line and linebackers. Yeah.
And name some of the players that you put out in your 10 years that you are proud of.
Brad
really
Ivy. We got one that's a junior now, as Cameron Keys. Cameron Keys won. He played at. He's playing at Cascade. His little brother is here. He's also a cornerback. Very good kids. We got tons of linebackers. We got kids that are starting right now that played for us that were really good, and they've turned out to be even better.
Talking about them linebackers, when I was in St. Louis, I was asking some of the players, do y'all have a hit squad? Y'all got a hit squad over here?
It's not legal.
Well, the defense, I'm saying, they be crushing them linebackers.
Well, in years past we have, but this year's a little different. We're trying to teach them how to be just a little more aggressive.
Not Conad the Barbarian.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
But we're working on it. We're working on it.
Hey, Coach, and you coming up as a high school or college baller, who were some of the influence people in your life?
Well, I would have to say Kevin Mulvaney, and just a variety of coaches I've been with. Rick Faird was the one that really taught me how to coach.
Tim Grunhard.
Tim Grunhard.
I like giving the coaches that help us get in our positions they action, they propers, as I like to say.
Right.
And the influence that they had on you, and so I'm pretty sure you know the influence you're having on these young men.
Well, I would hope that it's all positive, but sometimes I get a little crazy with them. So.
Yeah, well, hold it. This is not tiddlywinks. You're playing football.
That's correct.
And you're playing championship football.
Yes.
With Cascade Sports being known as home of the student athlete, how important is these kids' education?
That's paramount. I mean, the kids have to study. They have to go through the motion, not just go through the motions, but they've got to come out with some good grades. And if they don't, unfortunately, they just don't play for us.
Well, we've interviewed 4 of your players before you've come for this interview, and I think 3 of them was like 4.0,
yeah.
And one was like, I'm at 3.4, but I'm climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why we try to make sure they not only excel on the field, but they excel more in school.
Yeah, and they got some pretty good offers from Ivy League schools, so they not giving them scholarships away free, especially the kids that they can't stay eligible.
That's right.
That's correct.
Yeah. All right, so who do we have here?
I'm Kevin Mulvaney.
Hey, Coach.
Oh, sorry.
Talk. No,
sorry.
just talk to him about. You know the drill.
All right, my name's Kevin Mulvaney. I've been coaching Miege here. It's my 13th year. Coached CYO with Joe and some other guys before that for probably another 20 years. Some of my influences were coaching with Coach Kobo, and Tim Grunhard hired me over here at Miege. Coach Holmes. Been around a lot. I coach girls basketball up here too. We're very, they won like 25 state championships.
We'll be seeing you doing basketball season.
Very good. So some of the players I've coached have gone through here. Carter Putz is at Notre Dame. Ryan Willis played up at Virginia Tech. One of the first quarterbacks I had here, I think he's.
You offensive coach or defense?
I offensive coach. Oh. I'm in the press box on Friday nights, helping the offensive coaches put plays in. So.
All right. Let's go from the time you What accomplishments in your 13 years?
Well, we both coach freshman football here
All right.
too, and I think in 13 years we've only lost like 9 games. In 13 years. It helps. It helps when these kids come up and play varsity football. So
that is a heck of a record.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a heck of a record.
good players, but it's good to get them all developed for varsity football.
Hey, Coach, as I asked Coach about Cascade Sports being home to student athlete, how important do you see that?
Well, it's really important here. We do grade checks every 2 weeks, and if they don't have their grades up, they don't play. And that's not even a state rule. That's our rule here.
Right.
So it's very, very important, and the kids know it. They know from week 1 they got to keep their grades up.
All right. So, what are we looking to do this season?
Well, we're hoping we're in a tough conference. EKL, we think, is the toughest conference in the state of Kansas. And so usually we win it, finish second in the last couple of years, been doing really, really good with it. And then we go to 4A state. And usually, I think we won 5 in a row, 5 state championships in a row, not going for a 6. We look good. We're not as deep as we were last year, but we got some really, really good players.
Who are some of the rivals here?
St. Thomas Aquinas by far. St.
By
Thomas
far?
Aquinas by far. Not afraid to say that.
All right.
Rockhurst is becoming a rival now.
Yeah, Rockhurst was the first team that we did this season, and I see all you good teams, because I was out at their practice at 6 in the morning. That's y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, that's us tomorrow. That's us tomorrow.
Right.
That's
Y'all
us
getting
tomorrow.
that work in.
Coach likes to go in the heat one day and the cool the next day. So.
Hey, coaches, it was a pleasure coming out here, having you on the show. We'll be out to at least one of your games this season, and we look forward to you having an excellent season.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks.
This is brought to you by Computerized Auto Search, located 1326 Emmanuel Cleaver II Boulevard, KCMO.